All right, January is National Human Trafficking Prevention Month, but there are a lot of misconceptions around what trafficking actually is. You might think of a kidnapping scene in a movie, but the reality is only 8% of trafficking situations involve abductions. It's why we have Sara K with the Quad Cities nonprofit Family Resources and Breaking Traffic here to break this all down for us. Sara, thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Before we get into these misconceptions and red flags to look for, let's start with you. I mean, what is breaking traffic and how does it help people?
Sure. So we work with Family Resources. We're a department out of Breaking Traffic. Out of Family Resources. We offer counseling and therapy services. We have a 24-hour, 7 days a week crisis response team. We have emergency shelter support groups, and we just offer free and confidential services to those that need help.
So you guys are on the ground in the community working with people every single day that are affected by this. So what's the reality? What does trafficking look like in the Quad Cities?
Yeah, so a lot of times people think of it as kidnapping. However, what we see in our community is something called grooming. And grooming is where someone builds a preys on someone that's vulnerable, and then they use manipulation and then exploit them.
We can hear like coercion, and coercion can look like a choice, but that's not the reality.
Sure. So a lot of times traffickers look for someone that is vulnerable, then they fill a need. So whether that be food, clothing, a place to stay, money, or emotional connection.
And when we talk about the relationships of these trafficking situations, are these strangers that we're discussing?
So a lot of times it's usually familial trafficking or romantic relationships or online interactions. About 60% of human trafficking happens on social media, and then about 50% are actually male victims as well.
Oh yeah, that's another big misconception. I think people think, it's a mostly women-dominated problem, but that's not the case at all, and especially when it comes to online. I mean, teenagers, we hear these stories more and more every year of sextortion. What is this?
So sextortion is where a third party poses as a peer, and they will send an inappropriate photo and ask for one sent in return. Once that photo is sent back, they can never get it back. And so then they're using fear and manipulation and saying that for demanding more images or money or threatening to tell the school or their parents. And so because of that fear and pressure, they've seen an increase of suicides connected to sextortion across the country.
Yeah, and this is a national problem, but you're seeing sextortion cases even here locally?
Yeah.
Wow. So what are some signs that parents should know to look for when it comes to keeping their kids safe online?
So some signs that they could look for is maybe like sudden changes in their behavior or online activity. Someone that is speaking for someone or refusing to separate from the individual, someone that may have expensive gifts or cash without an explanation of how they got that, so they may not have a job and they don't know how to explain that. Another one could be unusually fearful of being not able to answer the phone right away. And then also another one would be like not having access to their own legal documents or their bank account, so their driver's license, birth certificate, or passport.
So if a parent is in a situation where they're maybe noticing some red flags, or really anyone, what's some guidance that you have for steps you should take?
So just being interactive with your child, having that open communication, asking questions, and being present and being attentive.
And Sara, I know it sounds like maybe a small thing that we can all do, but I mean, you're wearing a lovely blue blazer today. How does the color blue tie into all of this?
So blue is the color for Human Trafficking Awareness Month. And so every Thursday, we have decided at Family Resources to wear blue to raise awareness for human trafficking awareness.
And if people want to support Family Resources mission, I mean, you guys are a nonprofit, how can people help you?
Yeah, so you can always go to our website, or you can call the phone number for Family Resources and get it involved.
Wonderful. Sara, thank you so much for coming on today. It's a difficult topic, but it is so important, and thank you for all the work that you do in our community.
Thank you.
And for you guys at home, if you want to share this story, we have our online version up at WQAD.com underneath the As Seen on TV tab.